What's up, guys? Good morning. And when I mean good morning, it's because it's almost 3 a.m. Good morning, you guys, and Merry Christmas. So you guys are going to see this a couple of days after Christmas, or maybe the day after Christmas. I'm not sure, but I figured I was going to vlog Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, just kind of tie them together, show you guys what we did for our holiday here at home. But it is already starting out like crazy. So I plan to start this early in the morning anyways, because I planned on getting up early and getting a jump start. I've been so busy. I have not wrapped not one present. I still have some videos to film and stuff to set up for the next couple of days. My house is atrocious and I just want to clean up and have everything like ready and peaceful for us to enjoy tomorrow. But I still felt tired today. I don't know if it's just residual from me being sick and still trying to push through and do other things, but I just felt off and I wasn't home most of the day. I did a lot of baking, and then when I came home, I pretty much got the kids like in a bath, did dinner, and finished editing my stocking video and got it up and everything. But I was like falling asleep while I was editing and I just felt a little off. So Daryl came home from work and said that he didn't feel good. And I was like, oh no. Now he has this bug. I thought maybe he escaped it. It had been a couple of days since we've all kind of been in the clear, and I thought maybe he's escaped this bug we've had hit our house. He did not get sick. He just didn't feel good. So he went immediately to bed as soon as he came home. He like walked in the door, he dropped his stuff off and went upstairs. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep on the couch. Let me give the man his space and his bed. I don't want to get sick again. Like, let me give him his space in case he does get sick. Like, sometimes that's like embarrassing. Nobody wants somebody sitting there. And I was like, at least I'll be right here. If he needs me, I'll hear him. But like, let me give him his space. So I went, I got my stuff. I sat up on the couch. I told him where I would be if he needed me. And I left him some water, some Advil if he needed it, a bucket just in case, did the whole wife thing, right? Came down here, set my clock to sleep for only 4 hours. That's all I was giving myself. I fell asleep on the couch for about an hour and woke up to Mason getting sick again. I thought it wasn't possible to get the same like virus or something 2 times in a row. So what are the odds that we have something else in the house? And he didn't like overeat or eat anything today that would get him sick, because he barely ate. He ate half of a bagel and 1 cookie and an apple at Vanessa's. And then for dinner, he ate 3 chicken nuggets, some mac and cheese, and raspberries. And then he had a Rice Krispie treat for dessert. That's really all he had all day. Like, he didn't like stuff his face. He didn't even have 3 full meals. And I don't think anything he ate would have gotten him sick. So are we just not in the clear? Then I started thinking like, wait, is this thing not over? Did we have the flu? That concerns me, because I do not want the next 48 hours to be a bunch of what I've already been back doing this morning, which was laundry, cleaning up puke, washing down toilets and bleaching and Lysoling, and like, that's really not how I want to spend the next couple of days. And it's certainly not how I wanted to open up this Christmas vlog. So I'm actually going to go and try and get some sleep, just a little bit. I set Mason up, did the whole thing I did for Daryl, set him up with a bucket, a cold rag. He's already back sleeping. I washed him all down. We brushed his teeth, changed his jammies, and got him back into bed. So I'm gonna try and sleep while everybody else is sleeping, and like, fingers crossed I can make it through this night without having anybody else get sick and everybody wake up in the morning being fine. Would be fantastic. But hopefully I can get like a little bit of energy in me, because when I get up, we have to hit the ground running. So we are back in pretty much the same spot, just a couple of days later, and you guys, I have like stories to tell. So just like everything else that I failed to get accomplished these past few days, I did not vlog nearly like I wanted to. So I'm just pretty much going to share with you guys what has gone on over the last couple of days, and any footage that I have, I'll just roll as I'm talking to you guys. So I left off with you last saying that Mason was sick and I was going to go get some sleep. I did manage to get like 5 hours, you guys, which was pretty much a miracle. Mason didn't get sick anymore through the night. He got sick one more time when he got up, and he still kind of felt just like crappy throughout the day, but no more getting sick, which was good. But then I was like in psycho clean mode. So I wanted to clean anyways, just to have everything like tidy before the bomb of Christmas morning hit. But that's like a different kind of clean. That's like tidying, organizing, having everything be like visually perfect. This was like needing this to be de-germified. So I was like running through the house with Lysol and bleach and trying to like hit all of the toilets and stuff, which is certainly not how I wanted to spend the morning. And of course, as soon as I got up, the first thing that I had to do was set the elf. So if I haven't done it the night before, which with the events of the night before, I never got to set the elf before I went to bed, and this was the very last night, like the big hurrah. So I set the elf up, and then I started to clean, like psycho clean. And I think probably about 10:30 in the morning is when I decided I was going to do Instacart. So I had never done Instacart before, but Vanessa like raves about Instacart and she keeps talking about it. And so she has a code that, you know, it saves you $10. So I was like, you know what? I am not fighting the crowds today for Christmas Eve. So I'm going to use Instacart and I'm going to order HEB. And so I placed my very first order, and it was for like 8 or 9 items, something like that. And immediately right away, I was getting chats like, they're out of cranberries, they don't have your rosemary, are you okay with this substitution? Like it was the holidays. Like I knew half of everything I wanted was not going to be there. But as I was on the phone with my mom, I was like remembering other things for her cookie recipe and stuff that I didn't have. And so I tried to go on and like add stuff, but he was already shopping. So like it wouldn't let me. So I wrote him and said like, hey, this is my first time ever using Instacart. I didn't know like that I had like a super small window to add items that I needed. It was just because I chose like to have my delivery done within 2 hours. So it didn't give me a whole lot of alteration time. And I said, there are like a few items that I needed that I didn't get a chance to add on. Can I still do that? So he says, oh yeah, sure. You know, send it along. I'll get them for you. Okay, great, no problem. So I send him in the chat the 3 things that I needed, and he says he's going to add them, and he adds them, and everything's great. Like, I was so happy. I went back in and like edited this guy's tip, gave him like a huge tip. It was Christmas Eve. He saved me so much time. I was like so excited. And I get to the door, I get all of my groceries, and I unpack everything. I was gonna do like a little mini grocery haul, show you guys what I got. And immediately I was frustrated because I wanted to make that punch that Vanessa had. When we were at her house the day before, Maya tasted it and fell in love with it. Mason was like, he didn't really care too much about it, but Maya was like all about that punch life. So I wanted to make a picture of it. I had like a Christmassy kind of picture. I think you guys saw that a day or two ago. Like instead of making coffee, I made my mimosa for Christmas morning, and you saw like that picture that I used. So I wanted to make that punch, but you needed cranberry juice and pineapple juice and orange juice. And so the guy must have forgotten the bag that had the cranberry juice and the orange juice in it. And I was really upset because that's like a big deal. I only ordered like, 11 or 12 things, and like that pretty much means a fifth of my order you left in the car. And so I like left him a rave review, this and that, and then instead of giving me walnuts, he gave me pecans. Like, I understand, like, mistakes happen, but it was just like a crucial mistake on a day I didn't want to go out to the store. So I called Instacart and I told them, and they were like, listen, we're going to send another driver back out with the 2 juice items that you were missing. So I was missing orange juice and cranberry juice. They gave me the pineapple. I was missing the orange juice and the cranberry juice, and I told him about giving me the pecans instead of walnuts. So he says, I'm going to send you out with the walnuts, orange juice, cranberry juice. Okay. It took this guy like 4 hours to drop off those 3 items. Again, now it's later in the day, and so I know it's like super, super, super crazy in the stores. Again, why I didn't want to go. And so the guy shows up, and immediately I'm upset because they gave me pineapple juice again. And I checked the app, and it wasn't this guy's fault. His name was Raul. It wasn't Raul's fault. They put pineapple juice. Told him pineapple juice and cranberry juice. That's not what I needed. I needed the cranberry juice and orange juice. And he did give me the walnuts, but now I still didn't have orange juice. So I was like, this is ridiculous. Now I have to go back out to the store. And like, that's not what I wanted to do. So I called Instacart again, and I was like, listen, I don't know how there was miscommunication. Like, I know it's pineapple juice, orange juice, like it was a whole big story, so maybe he just misunderstood, but this has been like a nightmare, and it's my first time ever using Instacart, and it's like turning into a disaster of all days. I'm using it on Christmas Eve, and you know, I know with the holidays and stuff, it's like kind of crazy. And so the woman felt so bad. She refunded me the money for the nuts from the first time, and then I didn't pay for anything when they were going to send the order the second time, but she refunded the nuts from the first order and then gave me a $25 credit on my next order. So I think I'm going to use them for my grocery haul this week and do like an Instacart to Costco, because immediately I was like ticked off with Instacart, but the customer service made it right for me. And as far as I'm concerned, if you make it right, then I'm okay with that, because you guys, it was Christmas Eve. Like, I totally expected a whole big like to do, you know? And so by the time I got everything I needed, went to run my final errands, I went to the liquor store, I went to the golf course, get Daryl a gift certificate. By the time I got back and did all that stuff, I was like freaking out because it was 6:30. And I had to start putting dinner together, which was all like appetizery oven things, and they all cook at different temperatures. So I had some in the cassoury, I had some in the top oven, some in the bottom oven, like all different temperatures, trying to work it out. And we were still baking. Like, I was baking cookies. We were baking cookies for Santa. So I had like regular chocolate chip cookies, and then I made keto chocolate chip cookies, and then I made ones that had those morsels. Do you guys remember a couple of grocery hauls ago I got like those morsels, like the mint morsels? Oh, it was for Mason's birthday, so I thought they could use those to decorate their cookies with. Well, they melted because it was like 9,000 degrees on Mason's birthday party, so Vanessa had stuck them into the freezer, and I forgot about them, so I still had them left over. So I was like, all right, I'm going to use those to make cookies. So we had like all these different batches of cookies going on in the stove. I had dough like refrigerating in the refrigerator. I like took a lot of time to make that charcuterie plate because everybody was making one, and I wanted to make my own, and it was just us, and I didn't care, but I wanted to put my picture on Instagram like everybody does and show like what I made. So I was excited about that. Like, I'll pop a picture up right here for you guys to see. And then, like I said, I had to put all of my food together. So once Daryl got home, he kind of helped me. Like, he worked, so like I didn't even have him all day. And then of course he did the man thing and went to finish his Christmas shopping after work. So it was like 7:30ish when he got home. So he helped me like put the final things all together, and we finally like sat down and ate. But it was all like picky food, so we didn't like sit down at the formal table. We just kind of made like appetizer plates, walked around, chit-chatted, had a drink, and then we moved the kids onto bed. So Franklin brought the kids a goodbye note and popcorn to pop. We pop our popcorn in a brown paper bag. If you guys didn't know that, 1/3 of any kind of popcorn kernels, and I get the non-GMO organic kind from the Dollar Tree, believe it or not. And I put 1/3 of that into a brown paper bag and into the microwave it goes. And I think it's 2.5 minutes. I have a popcorn button. Most people do on their microwave. And I do whatever the 3.5 ounce setting is. But if you don't, it's like 2.5 minutes, I believe, on full power. And you get a full bag of popcorn. And who needs to get those you know, microwavable bags when you can just do that for yourself at home. I melt some butter in the microwave, pour it on top, and we're good to go. So I popped the kids some popcorn and they went upstairs and watched their Elf movie. We opened up presents for my mom. My mom sent Christmas Eve pajamas, so you saw everybody's in their matching pajamas. My mom does that every single year, so we're not doing any other present exchange. She got me an entertainment center for my living room. It was like a great deal. It was like $100 and some change or whatever, 130 or something like that on Cyber Monday. So I'll show you guys that. But she had that sent directly here. So Daryl has since put that together for me. But she had that sent here early. But besides that, we did no other Christmas present exchange. We're waiting till we go there. But she did send our pajamas and our ornament. So we had something to hang on the Christmas tree, and we had our Christmas Eve pajamas. And so we did tuck the kids into bed. We put their movie on. They had their popcorn. And then we had to wrap, you guys. I did not wrap one single gift before Christmas Eve. Like, I still have so much wrapping to do for my other family. I didn't wrap anything for Vanessa's family. I didn't wrap anything for Marissa's family. Like, at that point, I only focused on what I needed to do. So me, Jake, and Daryl teamed up together, and Jake wrapped the presents that he had for the little kids and for us and stuff. And then Daryl and I each took a kid. I wrapped Maya, he wrapped Mason. Jake jumped in when he was done. Once we had the little kids, we sent Jake upstairs. Daryl and I tag teamed wrapping Jake's presents, and then Daryl stayed down here to wrap mine, and I went up to the bedroom where I wrapped his. And I was like, the struggle was real. I was so tired. I was like passing out on the bed. I was like, I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm never going to be able to finish. But finally he came up and said he was done. So I ran downstairs, brought all of his presents, set everything underneath the tree, made sure the cookies and milk were out for Santa. And then we went to bed. And the kids let us sleep until like 8, which was phenomenal because I didn't go to bed till 4. So just my normal 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And then we got up and we did Christmas morning, which was really phenomenal. I made a mimosa, like I said, and we put the fire on. We went on like YouTube for a Yule log and put a Yule log on the big TV, so it felt like we had a fireplace, and we had a nice Christmas morning. So I'm going to roll some footage of Christmas morning that I did capture for you guys right here.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house.
A long goodbye.
I think this is for Daddy.
No, it's for you.
I don't pee in class.
Wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. A Merry Christmas Day.
I think that's from Santa.
Oh, yeah. Carolers are singing outside our door. Lovely songs we all heard before. As we walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Yeah. A Merry Christmas Day.
And then that was it, guys. Like, pretty much once the kids finished opening up all of their presents, they were all about opening like their eggs and stuff, which took them a really long time. They wanted to play with their Play-Doh. And you guys, that robot that I got, yeah, that robot that I got for Mason, that Ryan's World robot, I thought it was broken. Daryl put batteries in. I like returned it to Amazon and everything. Took a screenshot of my little QR code that I would bring to Kohl's to return my Amazon thing, and Daryl and I took turns taking naps on the couch because we were both so tired. So Daryl was in here and he was watching something on the TV, and the kids were out on the back porch. He set up a table for them to do their Play-Doh, and Mason came in and grabbed his robot and ran outside. And so Daryl said, no, like, bring that back in. Mommy is going to return that because I changed the batteries. It's not working. And he's like, oh, Daddy, it's going to work. It's slime activated. So Daryl like ran outside before Mason could pour slime on this thing because he knew I wanted to return it. Yeah, no such luck. Mason took the slime from his Ryan's mystery egg and poured it over this thing, and it started working. That is the cruelest thing I've ever heard. Like, if I ever saw that Ryan's World's mother, like, I would flick her in the nose, because why would you ever condone that being a mother? Like, fathers don't care. They'll pick their nose and eat it with their kids. They don't care. They'll fart and whatever. But as a mom, why would you ever put out a toy that only works unless you cover it in slime? I don't want slime in my house. It's what put stains all over Mason's carpet. It's that stupid egg that Sully helped me get last year, that Mason got for his birthday, that put that purple damn slime all over his carpet in his room, that made me pretty much have to give a carpet allowance in my house. Like, that was the only stain that didn't come out. The carpets looked worn, but most of the time you do carpet and paint when you move into a new house anyways. But what made me have to give that carpet allowance is because Mason's bedroom was the first one up the stairs. So as soon as you went up the stairs, the first thing you saw was big blobs of purple slime on this kid's like tan carpet. And if that were me, it would set a mindset of how the house was cared for. To be honest, I felt that way, and that's why I was like, nah, forget it. We're gonna give some kind of carpet or paint allowance, because I completely understand as a home buyer, like if I had come in to see that, not wanting that. And so I am so upset over this thing. Like, I still want to return it. Mason wants to keep it because he thinks it's the coolest stinking thing, but I think it is cruel as all get out to have a toy that only works, that is activated by slime. But needless to say, like, we both took turns and napped. Once we were done napping and we cleaned up from the wave of Christmas and everything and the aftermath, Daryl helped me cook dinner. He was so excited about his fettuccine alfredo. I made the chili that I never made the night before, and we made wings that I never made the night before, and we took out all the leftovers and stuff and just kind of put everything out. Had like this crazy hodgepodge dinner that it was the most unorganized Christmas dinner I've ever had. It was just like, just not what I'm used to. We do like filet mignon and mashed potatoes, like with my mom. Like, it's just different what we did. It was definitely different. It was different. And then Marissa popped over that night, surprised me. And like I said, I had nothing else wrapped. So I ran upstairs like a freak into my closet and quickly wrapped all of her presents. And we did a quick present exchange with her. And then I passed out, you guys. Like, passed out, I think about maybe midnight. It's probably the earliest I've gone to bed in all of December. And I slept like straight through until 8 o'clock. I think that's almost unheard of. Like, I might have gotten up once, peed, checked my phone or something, but then dozed back off to bed. Like, I don't do that. My body doesn't let me do that. But I did that day after Christmas. Like, I normally do the day after Christmas sale. Nope, not this year. Not doing it. I have so many returns and stuff. Not doing any of it. You guys, I have to return my camera. I made a mistake and I bought the wrong one, and I'm really, really upset about it. Like, the one that I bought doesn't have an internal mic, so if I want to use it for any video work, I can't. I was kind of really hoping for next year to dabble into some kind of photography, like getting props and like doing my own little photography like side business and stuff. I've really started to learn how to get an eye for that. Skillshare has some great online photo classes that you can take. I've seen a bunch of YouTubers like do classes and stuff with them, and so I thought about taking some classes. And like, photographers make stupid money, so if I could do that a couple of times a week, I felt like that would be a great hobby for me, another outlet, something that I love and lets me get out of the house and still maintain that stay-at-home mom feel, but still be able to earn some extra money and do something that I really enjoy and love. But I still want to be able to use that camera in case this one takes a crap. I mean, this one already, the charging port doesn't work and stuff, and so I use this camera every day. This G7X is the bomb. I love it, but I need a backup. And so I'm upset that this thing has no mic. Like, I need to return it. It can't be the T6. It needs to be the T6i. And what's crazy is that camera was like $400, and it was a big deal on Cyber Monday at Kohl's because you got $15 back for every $50 that you spent. So the camera was $400, but I got $120 back in Kohl's cash. So it was like insane for me not to do that deal, because then I only paid $280 for that camera. But that's probably why, because it's not the more expensive one. That internal mic and the flip up vlogging screen like kind of changes everything, and it's like another $200 and change. So it's more like $650 as opposed to $400. I have no idea what's going to happen when I return that to Kohl's. So I already spent the Kohl's cash they made me. It would have expired already. So I have no idea what's going to happen when I return this camera. And now it's like $650 for the T6i, but they've come out with the 7i since then, and that's only like $700. So for the extra $50, why wouldn't you get the newer model? But now I'm looking at $700 as opposed to $400, and I really didn't want to spend that right now. But if it is going to be something that I'm going to do for next year, it's like worth the investment. But it's just kind of always something. So I was really excited. I was like waiting for Christmas morning so I could open this box. I wanted to take like good still shots, family shots, all of us in our pajamas in front of the tree or the fire on the TV or something, and no such luck. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of just this mix mosh whatever of what we did on our Christmas. But obviously I didn't get any work done because you guys didn't see any videos, but I do appreciate your patience with me. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys all so much. I hope you had an amazing holiday of your own. I wish you guys the very merriest of Christmases, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.